Hi guys, welcome back to Talk Sunday. It's me, your host, Dr. Sene, and I'm back with an all-new video talking about unusual deformities that some people are born with. Really unusual. But before we get into that, for all you guys who are new to my channel, I post videos on Tuesdays and Sundays about true crime, social issues, celebrity gossip, and just anything else that I find interesting to share with you all. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I have to tell you guys that the response I get from you is totally encouraging. Thank you so much. Keep it up. Guys, I need to inform you that some of the information here and the pictures could be too graphic for some viewers. Please employ viewer discretion, and this is not for any viewers under the age of 18. Thank you. First, it's about a man, Kosovara, who developed so many warts on his knee by the age of 10 and then slowly had them growing, a whole heap of warts spreading to his feet and hands. A carpenter by trade, JJ suffered from epidermodysplasia verrucosa, EV, a rare disease that causes the human papillomavirus to grow uncontrollably, leading to the development of warts resembling a tree bark. JJ had a very sad life. He was unable to afford treatment for the disease and had initially tried to remove one of the larger warts, and they did remove one of the large ones. However, the wart eventually regrew. He attempted to live a normal life working as a carpenter. He married at the age of 18 and had 2 children. The warts continued to grow uncontrollably, which eventually limited his movements, and he became dependent on others for simple daily routines. He lost his job and was abandoned by his wife and was separated from his children. He went to live with his parents. He was later hired by a carnival owner to be a part of a traveling freak show. Now guys, this is what I think. I don't know what you're going to think about this, but I believe that it is very disappointing that people make use of an abnormality of another and exploit an illness to make money out of the victim's misery. In August 2008, he underwent 9 operations and had 95% of warts, listen guys, 6 kilos of warts surgically removed. Yes, 6 kilos of warts. His health significantly improved and he regained the use of his hands and feet. That was good. However, the warts started to grow and he was informed that 2 surgeries a year were necessary to keep the infections down. I'm not desperate, but I want to recover, he said from his very humble home in the remote West Java village of Tanjung Jaya. Later, he retired from the circus and Dede lived a life of total poverty for many years. He died in 2016 at the age of 46 as a result of a plethora of multiple health problems. The following story is about a 27-year-old from Bangladesh, Abdul Bajandar, who was dubbed the Tree Man too, as he suffered the same condition. The rare genetic disorder involves a high susceptibility to infections and a likelihood of developing skin tumors. Bajandar went through 16 surgical procedures to remove a myriad of warts from his hands and feet, and is now able to see his hands. According to the reports by the Telegraph and the Washington Post, Bajandar first began developing warts on his hands and feet in his teens and sought local homeopathic and herbal remedies. But Bajandar said these remedies worsened his condition, multiplying his warts. And by the age of 25, Bajandar could not perform simple tasks such as feeding himself, and he was in constant pain. Eventually, he got the opportunity to be sent to the Dhaka Medical College Hospital in Bangladesh, and after many surgeries and procedures, Bajandar started making remarkable progress. He reportedly can eat and write on his own, as well as hold his young daughter. However, the doctors are of the opinion that there is still a risk that the warts will grow back. For now, though, Bajanda is happy to be free of the growths. I never thought I would ever be able to hold my kid with my hands. His words. Now, guys, we go to the UK. Mandy Sellers from Lancashire, UK, born in 1975, was born with abnormally large, misshapen feet and legs, which continued to grow at a disproportionate rate. In 2006, some doctors diagnosed Sellers as having the Proteus syndrome. The most famous person, guys, with the Proteus syndrome may be Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man. There is no known cure. Sellers' condition has been featured in several television programs, leading Sellers to jokingly describe herself as a part-time TV star. It is said she estimated she weighed about 133 kilos, 38 kilos for her upper body, and the remainder of 95 kilos in her legs and feet. When Sellers was born, doctors were unsure if she would survive very long. However, she was walking at the age of about 18 months. When she was 17 years old, it was recommended to her mother, June, to have Mandy's legs amputated. June refused, as she wasn't sure what would be best for her teenage daughter. It's a huge decision for a mother to have your teenage daughter's legs amputated. So, I don't know, guys, it's very sad. Mandy's left leg was amputated above the knee in 2010. It was the subject of a TV documentary, Losing One of My Giant Legs. 22 months after the surgery, her severed leg began to grow at an accelerated and alarming rate, and her limb began to balloon again. Guys, now about parasitic twins. Rooney Santos, born in 1953 in the Philippines, also known by his stage name, Octoman, has a rare condition known as parasitic twin. He is the oldest person ever recorded with this condition. Bits and pieces from his parasitic sibling are an extra leg, a couple of arms, including shoulders and an extra pair of nipples, all of them attached to Santos's pelvis and protruding from his abdomen. Also, an undeveloped head is attached to his sternum. An ear and a patch of hair can be seen as well. Additionally, Santos's own right leg is severely deformed, ending on a stump at the height of the knee, preventing him from walking without the use of crutches. Belonging to an extremely poor family, during the 1970s and 1980s, Santos earned a living by appearing in freak shows. But during the late 1980s, plunging into 10 years of extreme poverty. In 2008, he was examined by a Filipino doctor. Now, guys, you've got to listen to this. I'm going to say it again. In 2008, she was examined by a Filipino doctor, Dr. Vicente Gomez, an expert in the separation of conjoined twins, and a removal surgery was suggested. But you know what, guys? Santos rejected it, claiming he had grown too attached to his twin. Finally, guys, I'm going to talk to you about a little girl from Egypt who was born with the head of a twin attached to her head. It's an extremely rare type of parasitic twinning, occurring in about 2 to 3 of 5 million births. Little Mena Majed was born in 2004 with a parasitic twin head with an undeveloped body attached to her head. Fewer than a dozen cases of this type of conjoined twin have been documented in literature. Mena Majed died in 2006 of brain issues and heart problems. These are very sad stories, guys. And as medical science develops more and more, let's hope these types of deformities could be addressed and corrected and conquered. And clever doctors all over the world will be able to help these people live normal lives. Guys, coming at this from a theological point of view, I would say that many Buddhists tend to believe that congenital disease and deformities are a result of bad karmic actions committed by these people in a past life. However, let's remember that the Buddha also explained that events, wonderful and tragic, occur due to the interdependent causes and conditions. He did not attribute events to a prime decider whose personality and discretion permits or stops tragedy. A birth defect could be an unfortunate event caused by genetics, environmental factors, and infection. Gods do not cause or permit birth defects. Gods or any other spiritual powers have nothing to do with it. That is the Buddhist thought. And guys, Buddhism advises everyone to show as much compassion as they can to all beings, especially to those suffering from abnormalities and deformities. Compassion to all is the key word in Buddhist teachings. However, from a Jewish perspective, some suggest that those with deformities may be more evolved than the rest of the able-bodied population. They say that these issues are beyond our abilities to grasp. Hindus also believe that disability is caused due to negative karma. And Hinduism stipulates that the duty of all able-bodied individuals would be to care for those with a disability. Guys, according to Christian belief, deformity is the work of the devil. However, disease and deformity is allowed by God. So, as so many people suffering from disease and deformities, for example, John Merrick, the Elephant Man, show a saintly purity, spiritual light, and sweetness of nature. So, guys, in this conquering of disability and disease, the devil's face is slapped and he plunges into despair. The devil has his hour, but God has his day. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Thank you. Good night.